Alright, hello everyone. Welcome to my senior project, which is about swimming the English Channel. So here are my table of contents. So why did I choose this project? What is the English Channel? Tides, the Channel Swimming Association, 6 steps, pilot, qualifications, swim slot, observer, accommodation, expenses and budget, training, and my hours. So why did I choose this project, you may ask? Well, the reason why I chose this project was to honor my dad and my mentor, Dave Tanner. A pretty long time ago, about 30 years ago to be exact, my dad and Dave were training to swim across the English Channel. To make the story short, my dad couldn't afford to swim, and Dave realized he just wasn't cut out for the cold. So I mainly wanted to do this for my dad, since he never got to go. The other reason why I wanted to do this was for my mentor, this is my mentor, Dave Tanner. Now, as you can see, he was very successful. He went to IU, had a degree in mathematics, computer science, physics, and human physiology. He coached a lot of people to swim across the English Channel, including my dad. He was an Ironman triathlete. He competed in the Western States 100, which is a 100-mile running race. He competed in a race across America, which is basically a huge bike race across America. He also had many records and national records in swimming. And he also raced around Manhattan. Anyways, unfortunately, he was diagnosed with leukemia, and over the summer, as I started working on my project, he passed away. But before he did, which would be the last time I ever saw him again, I told him that I was going to swim it in honor of him, and he told me that it was a regret of his not to be there for me in England. So this really felt like it was more than just a project. Now, what is the English Channel, you may ask? Is that like some type of TV program? No. Basically what it is, it's an arm of the Atlantic Ocean that separates England from France. What makes the channel special is that people from all around the world have attempted to swim across. But swimming the English Channel is no easy task at all. For one, the warmest that it ever gets to is in the 60-degree range. Now, for some of you, you may be thinking that 60-degree water is actually really warm. At least that's what I thought, but 60-degree water is actually freezing cold. Many people even describe the English Channel as being the swim of Mount Everest, just on how difficult it is. The second thing, it's very, very long. On average, a swim can take somewhere upwards of 10 to 15 hours. Some even longer depending on how good of a swimmer you are. The shortest distance is 21 miles long, considering if you were able to swim in a straight line, as you can see here in the picture on the left. However, most swims look like this, as you can see here. A giant S, or sometimes even a Z pattern. The reason why this is, you have tides coming in every so few hours, and you also have tides coming out every so few hours. So basically, you're just being pushed back and forth, and on the right, this is an actual tracking of a swim. As you can see, this person swam in a huge S pattern because of the tides. Anyways, let's talk about tides a little bit. So, there are two main tides. One is called the spring tide, and the other is a neap tide. Let's start with spring tides. So, a spring tide happens when the moon and the sun are directly in line with each other, as you can see in this photo. Now, this causes the sea levels to be much higher than usual, and the tides way stronger. And they are at their maximum strength during this time. This usually happens around twice a month. So, neap tides. You probably already guessed it, that neap tides are basically the opposite of spring tides, meaning that the sea level is much lower and the tides are much smoother or a lot more calm. This happens when the moon is perpendicular or 90 degrees to the earth, as seen in this photo. This usually occurs every 2 weeks of the month. Now, you usually, or obviously, want to swim on a neap tide, as swims are usually preferred on a neap tide. I'm not really sure why you would want to swim on a spring tide. 6 steps, Channel Swimming Association. So, the Channel Swimming Association, or for short, we're going to call it the CSA, was founded in 1927 and is basically the official association where you register your swim and everything else. So, according to the CSA, there were 6 steps I had to make in order to fully register myself for the swim. So, 7 certified pilots. This probably has to be the most important step. Basically, what the pilot is, I'm not sure what they call them pilots, but they do anyways, is the person that has experience operating a boat and is very knowledgeable on the ocean and the tides. Their job is to accompany you on your swim, and it's their responsibility for safely getting you all the way across. On the CSA website, there are 7 listed certified pilots with their own unique skills. So this is my pilot. His name was Fred Martle. He owned the Masterpiece, which is this boat right here, and he worked with his son Harry. This is Harry Martle. Qualifications. Basically, Fred has had 45 years of experience taking people out in swims, and on here, as you can see here, he's got all these other gizmos and gadgets on his boat, including the tea-making facilities, which is probably the most important one out of all, because you gotta be drinking some tea when you're swimming the channel, of course. Anyways, my swim slot. So here you have what they call slots. Basically, when you're booking your swim slot with your pilot, he'll give you a swim slot depending on how early you booked. Now, according to the CSA, you want to book your swim slot 2 to 3 years in advance. For me, however, I was trying to book my slot in like 5 months because I didn't really know that at all. Unfortunately, all the slots were booked up, but out of the blue, someone canceled, which gave me a swim slot from September 23rd to September 30th on a neap tide. As you can see here, I have what is called the 3rd slot, which meant that I was the 3rd swimmer in line, and that there were 2 people ahead of me for that week. So they got to have the best chances of having the best weather conditions. However, my swim did not happen until the 12th of October, because as soon as my swim slot started, the weather took a complete nosedive and a huge storm rolled in, which lasted for 2 weeks and caused the water to drop by 10 degrees, 57 to be exact, and the air temp to drop to 70 degrees, all the way down to 50. So, I got very unlucky, and fortunately, there was nothing that I could really do about it. Observer. So, the observer is basically the official to come along with you on your swims. Their job is to monitor you on your swim at all times to make sure that you are okay and that you're not cheating, of course. They also keep track of your official time, and they consistently check the water temperatures. Accommodation. The South Cliff Hotel. So, for accommodation, we stayed at the South Cliff Hotel in a very nice town called Folkestone. This is the hotel right here. Basically, we decided to stay here in Folkestone because that's where my pilot was located at. We planned to leave on the 10th of September and arrive on the 11th. We initially planned to stay until October 3rd, but ended up staying until October 15th because of my swim being delayed. So, this project came with a very, very big budget. So, for my debit, I had to spend $11,122, and for credit, I was able to raise $12,200. Now, you may be thinking, this is a whole lot of money, and I needed a way to really earn some quick. So with the help of Sal, we created a GoFundMe, and during the summer, I got a job doing house painting with my dad. I was able to raise $2,200. The GoFundMe wasn't really doing well until a newspaper article came out explaining about my swim. And in literally a week's time, the GoFundMe blew up, and I was able to raise $6,000. And also, thanks to my grandpa, who also raised another $4,000 by going around and handing out newspapers to people that he knew. So thanks, Grandpa. Training. So, training was a huge part of this project, and it is what I spent the most time on. The very first training swim I did was at the YMCA, and I swam for 20 minutes straight. Now, this may seem like absolutely nothing considering swim practice and all the other long swims I've done in the past, trying trying to swim consistently for a certain amount of time was honestly really hard. My next swim, I tried to go out for an hour straight, and afterwards, I never felt more tired. The next time I tried swimming was for 2 hours straight, and at that point, I felt absolutely sick. I really didn't know how I was ever going to do it. What I was really lacking was a training routine, so I scheduled around the week according to when and what time I would train. So, March. However, on March 25th, as the pandemic was hitting, the Y was closed down, so I didn't really have a place to train. So instead, I decided to try out my first cold water swim in Lake Monroe. The water temp was 47 degrees and the air temp was 45. So it was actually a bright and sunny day. It was just super cold out. Now, it took me around 20 minutes to fully submerge my entire body into the water because it was so brutally cold. Then from there, I was able to actually swim for another 20 minutes. April. From then on, as the days grew on the lake was just way too cold for me to be training. So instead, I turned to biking and running as an alternative. My dad, Judah, and I would bike 50 miles consistently throughout the week, during the day, and later in the night, we would run for about 6 to 8 miles. As the lake started to warm up, I was able to swim a little longer than usual. I did this 3 times a week, no more than an hour. If longer than that, I probably would have been dead by now, just considering how cold it was. Soon the lake warmed up by a whole lot, and my dad and I would train together side by side for 2 hours, sometimes 3, 4 times a week, and on the weekend, we tried to get in a 4-hour swim. In July, we ramped up our times by swimming more 4-hour swims, sometimes 5, 4 times a week, followed by some 2-hour swims. August. So in August, we started to ramp up our swims. We still did a lot of 4-hour swims, but we started doing a lot of 6-hour swims 4 times a week. And on the weekend, only one weekend, we did one 8-hour swim right before I left for my trip. My hours. So, to put everything into place, here I have my hours, thanks to a good friend of mine who helped me make this graph. As you can see here, for research, I have 10 hours, presentation work / video, I have 20, travel from Indiana to England, 28 hours, meeting with my pilot, 2 hours, preparation, 2 hours, and then physical training, 340 hours. So, to add that all together, my total was 402 hours. Alright, so now I'm going to play you my documentary which I've been working on. So please sit back and relax and enjoy the video. Since I was a kid, I always loved to swim, whether it was with the club or just with my family at the lake. It was something that I truly had a passion for. This year, I wanted to step up the plate by participating in something that I could never see myself doing. I decided that I would attempt to swim across the English Channel, but throughout my journey, I had one essential question that I was seeking, and that was why? Why would someone attempt to do something so dangerously challenging, and what is the main goal and the reason behind this? Throughout this project, I would find the answer to that question. This is my story. arrived here in Heathrow after a 9-hour flight. I'm super tired. It's like 8 o'clock in the morning right now. I'm so happy to be here. It's actually happening. I'm gonna swim the English Channel. Everyone that asked me what I was doing here, I said I was swimming the channel, and they started being so nice to me. That was awesome. Again, I'm super glad to be here. We're getting picked up by our cab really soon, and it's gonna be a 3-hour drive to Folkestone. So wish us good luck, and I'll see you when we get there. Alright, so we just arrived here in Folkestone. It is super amazing. I'm right here by the English Channel, as you can see. Look at that. That is just amazing. If you just look out there, you can almost see France. That is crazy. I know. Yeah.
What happened? Oh my god.
Yeah, cold in this. Because you're not activated anymore. I know, Kobe.
Doesn't make any sense. I can't feel my toe. I'm gonna have to cut it off. My pants
Help you, Kobe.
What are we gonna keep recording?
Look, it's all bound up at the bottom. Dad.
I'm Paul, his dad.
How are we,
Pleased to see you, sir.
Yeah, and you. What I'm going to say, do you want to go tomorrow for a practice run?
Yeah, we were hoping to talk some things over and just get a sense of a feel of what to anticipate and what you think. See what your schedule is and what you think best for us would be. Kobe's been having a little difficulty getting used to the temperature of the water, but he's quickly adapting. He was what do you call it? What's the word, Kobe? Acclimated. Earlier in the year. We got in when it was cold, but then the temperatures quickly warmed up. So now he's getting over that shock factor.
Yeah, so the water ain't too bad now. It's quite good now.
He's doing better, aren't you, Kobe?
Yeah, a lot better.
And he's quickly getting acclimatized. He's not complaining as much. In the beginning, he was screaming bloody murder.
Yeah, I fucking hate this. I can't do it.
Once you get going, Cody, it's going to be the excitement.
Yep.
Start off. It can be excitement, but we'll start off.
Yeah.
That's what throw you down a bit. But once you start swimming,
Get a rhythm going.
you get a rhythm going, it'll all come to you. I've got to keep swimming now, so I fucking sink.
Just pretend you fell off the boat, and the only way to make it is to swim to France, right?
Well, you've been right water. I fell off there, I was to the front.
Climb the stairs. Those nice guys in the yellow boat that we saw earlier would pick them up. Coast Guard or something?
Yeah, safety boat. It's nothing.
You want to get wet foot, yeah?
Yeah.
Come on, there you go down there. Dodgy step there, Cole, right?
It's not worth finishing tomorrow, you know, but we're in this winter. You wouldn't chuck me like that, that's it. Chuck me in the bell, that is. You wouldn't do that.
6:8 in the morning, isn't it?
Eh?
6.8 in the morning, I think.
Yeah,
Quite
yeah.
high, isn't it?
A lot of water, a lot of tide in the channel.
Hey?
Easy other side.
Yeah, a minute. Easy to get water this side. Hey? Easy to get water this side.
Do it, Kobe. How beautiful that is. Love you, kid.
Alright,
Good luck.
alright.
You can do it.
Moment with you, frequency and stuff.
Yeah.
Alright, it's a moment of truth. I feel pretty terrific. I think I'm gonna make it. Good luck.
Good luck, Kobe.
All the best, mate.
Beautiful over here, isn't it, Kirsty?
He's actually doing it.
Yeah.
How are you feeling?
I feel good, pretty relaxed, and I wish the water was warmer, but hey, can't get everything right.
Opportunity.
Yeah, we'll try his best.
Incredible with the sun coming up.
That's beautiful, isn't it? Perfect. So glad you're here, Kirsty, to take pictures and just to be together.
Thank you. It's an experience. I really feel it's surreal, isn't it?
Yeah. I have a feeling you might be trying this someday.
I will. Yeah.
I know you want to, don't you?
I will at some day. Yeah.
I think you will.
Lots of training. I've not got good technique, but.
You're getting the warm feed on? Maybe. You want some up? I'm ready to go. Aspirin, do you? Sorry? Aspirin.
Is there a point that I can swim with him?
You can after the first 2 hours.
Oh, so we're not even in, we're like just an hour,
Yeah.
a little over an hour, right?
Yeah, he's got to do 2 hours on his own first.
Okay,
And then you can get in and you can do an hour at a time.
Okay.
And then you get then an hour break.
if he can make it, I hope he gets past this point. He's not sounding good. It looks like he wants to stop now, but I don't want him to. I hope he'll just forge through it, even if he just has to slow down and rest a bunch.
Yeah.
Keep going, Kobe. Don't go too hard. Keep going, Kobe. Poor kid. I don't know. Keep going, Kobe. Kobe. I'll get in with you in half an hour, Kobe. You gotta make it, kid. You can do breaststroke, Kobe. Breaststroke for a while. You gotta keep going, Kobe. There you go. Breaststroke, kid. Come on, kid. Can you do this for me? Are you calm or your legs hurt? I don't know. I can't take it. I hate this. Good, Kobe. Good. Come on, Kobe. We're rooting for you, kid. that too hot? Come on, kid. Do it, kid.
I don't want to.
Come on, Kobe. I can get in with you. You film that too? Did you film that when he's saying that?
Yeah.
Drink some of this, kid. Come on.
You don't understand.
I do understand, honey.
Oh.
Drink that down. Take your time, drink it.
Okay, I'm good.
Drink some more, Kobe.
Oh, fuck.
Got caffeine in there.
Oh, my hips.
Here, Kobe. Here. Just take your time to drink that. Drink some more a little bit. This is going to help you. One more. One more. Come on, kid.
I don't know.
Come on, Kobe, you can do it.
I don't know, Dad.
Come on, son. Come on, Kobe. Go. What's the stop, isn't it? Keep going, Kobe, a little bit more. Yeah, just he's so skinny. Did you see that? Like go like this. You gotta sign a public dummy.
No, that's what happens to me if I do.
Yeah, just walk up.
Yeah, my thing is I've never been in the water for like 2 hours, but 20 minutes, and that's how I get by.
Are they able to get past that stage
I
or
don't
not
know.
really? Yeah.
I don't know. I've never tried to personally.
Yeah, I'd get out, to be honest.
Come on, Kobe.
But I've no idea how these ladies, they like stay in all those hours, like there and back there, and they don't feel a thing.
Yeah.
I suppose they've got a lot of body fat as well, some of
Yeah,
them.
but not on the fingers, have they?
No, they haven't.
You know, everybody's got their knuckles are close to the surface.
It's recording.
Kobe, those pills will kick in. Those are aspirin, and it'll help dull the pain. Give it a chance. Give it a chance. Where are we on the time now?
Hour and a bit. Hour and 10 minutes.
I'm cold.
You're cold, Cubby?
Yeah. Oh, my hips. Oh, I don't know, Dad.
Can you go a little bit longer, Cubby?
I feel terrible. My hips hurt. It hurts, Dad. It really hurts. My hips. I don't know why. Oh God. I feel cold.
Feel cold all over?
Yeah. I just want to sit down. Oh, Dad.
I understand, son. Just give it a little bit more.
Oh, Dad. How long has it been?
It's been a little over an hour.
Oh,
How about we get a good 10 minutes swimming? And then we see how you feel. Wait till that painkiller kicks in.
I feel bad.
You can definitely get out, Kobe. Can you give it 10 more minutes?
I don't know.
Well, if in 5 minutes, okay? Give it 5 minutes, Kobe.
I feel terrible, Dad. I feel cold.
You very cold, Kobe?
Cold.
Feel like you're not moving well?
No. I feel cold, Dad. I really feel bad.
You can get out, Kobe. It's up to you. I see you, Kobe. I know you're trying your best.
My neck hurts. My body hurts.
Give it a little bit longer.
Oh my God. Please.
About 30 seconds.
I understand, son.
I just want to stop. I just want to stop, Dad. Please. Cold.
I feel it's okay, Kobe.
I just want to get out.
It's okay.
Done, Kobe?
He's gonna get out. He's not making it. He's too cold.
Are you sure, mate? Not put the ladder down yet?
Sure, Kobe, sure. Alright, love. Really hurts too much, you've got to get out.
Double sure.
You're really sure,
Right, yep.
Kobe.
Look, I'm putting this down. You ain't got to touch it yet.
You ain't got to touch it.
No one's forcing you,
Have a
right?
good old think, love.
No rush.
He's getting down. He knows it.
Okay.
A little cold, Kobe. It's cold. Come out, love.
All right, Kobe.
He's too cold.
No. Mate, you all right? All right, pal.
Make sure to film him.
Yeah, I will do. Yeah, that's something to learn from. It's like a learning curve for them, though, isn't it?
Sit down, mate. Take the tails, Paul. Area. Yeah, you get that.
Cold, Dad.
Well done, Kobe.
I understand. It's just too damn cold.
You were in there an hour and a half, though. Still good.
After the swim was over, I honestly felt completely devastated and heartbroken. I waited so long for my swim to happen, and I've gone through so much hard work that having to give up early really hurt. However, immediately after returning to Indiana, I told my dad that I wanted to swim across Lake Monroe, just like how he and my mentor did. We would call the swim the Dave Tanner Memorial Swim in honor of Dave, my mentor. We planned to swim as soon as we returned home. Unfortunately, it did not go as expected. Just like the channel, I had to call off the swim because I could not tolerate the water. At this point, I felt completely frustrated with myself. But I was not ready to give up. I gave myself one more chance to try again in the spring. I got very serious about training. Having complete faith and belief in myself, I decided to do something that I would never imagine myself doing. I would consistently swim Lake Monroe all throughout winter. Even when I had to break the ice, I was that determined. I battled temperatures ranging down to 10 degrees, but I had so much faith and determination in myself that I never gave up. From that point on, as spring rolled around, I was ready, and just like my father before me, I would swim across the entire length of Lake Monroe. Here is the journey. Alright, so hello everyone. We're back at the Lake Monroe today. We're at the Salt Creek boat ramp. The air temperature is 50 degrees and the lake temperature is 60 degrees. It's been 6 months since my last attempt to cross the channel. This is actually my third attempt to cross the lake. I'm feeling pretty nervous. I'm not really sure how it's gonna go, but you know, I'm gonna give it my best try. Like I said, this is my third attempt, so I'm feeling a lot more confident, a little more experienced. I know what to expect this time. And so we're starting here at Salt Creek boat ramp, and we're thinking about ending up at Crooked Creek boat ramp, which is in Brown County, and the entire swim is 21 miles long, or as I would say it, the same distance as the English Channel. So I'm thinking it's going to take me 10 hours. I don't know, but the time right now is 10:45, and hopefully I'll end up around 9 before it gets too dark. But I'm gonna get into the water and wish me good luck.
Show what I'll do.
Oh man,
Here you are, Kobe.
alright.
Good job. How you feeling?
Doing pretty good.
You feel better today?
Yeah, way better. I'm feeling really tough.
Oh my God.
It's cold.
You're amazing, kid.
Swimming so fast.
You're flying.
Yeah.
It's only taking you an hour.
Man.
Last time it took 2 hours to this point.
Yeah, it's crazy. I'm going like so fast right now. My pace is so strong. Real high tempo.
It is.
God, I feel like I can do that like all the way to the
I
causeway.
think you can too, Kobe. Don't burn out.
Yeah, it's like another 8 miles or something.
Maybe a little less than that. It's around this bend.
Can you like see it around the bend?
And once we get around there, I think that's a cove right there. We have to go around that other bend.
Yeah.
See that far one?
Uh-huh.
Is that what you think too?
Uh-huh.
We're gonna shoot for that cove right over there. I mean that point.
Alright, I'm gonna keep going.
Good job, son.
Yeah.
Take a break in a half an hour, okay?
Okay.
proud of you. You're gonna do it, man. Just like this, right?
Yeah.
Can you feel it?
Oh yeah, for sure.
I am so happy, Kobe.
Yeah.
You deserve this.
Yeah, I hit the wall for a minute.
I know, that's all it is.
Yeah.
Now you're learning a lot about yourself.
Oh yeah.
That's what it is.
Uh-huh.
You hit the wall, and all of a sudden, you start to feel good again, right?
Yeah, just remember I was, when I swam 10 miles?
Yeah.
I was like, oh, it's not that bad.
Yeah.
Just like that.
Uh-huh. Exactly.
Yeah.
We're right around the corner is where Pine Grove is. You see straight ahead up there?
Oh yeah?
We're gonna veer to the right.
Yeah.
Once we get past that landmass, we'll be able to see Pine Grove boat ramp. We're gonna head to the right.
Wow.
Eat all that junk.
Yeah.
Are you live streaming, darling? What's your live stream? It's over by the TC Steel.
Keep on going up around.
Oh yeah, I hope so.
Oh, absolutely.
You're
Yeah.
doing a great job.
What's your name?
Kobe. Kobe.
Kobe
Yeah.
Thompson.
And you go to Harmony School.
Yep, it's for my school project.
All right. Well, bless your heart.
Not
I'll pray
cold at
for you,
all?
okay?
You're not cold
Give
at
you
all?
energy.
You're working
A
hard?
little cold actually. Oh wow.
Are you keeping your energy up?
Yep, I'm having every once in a while I have some food, Gatorade, stuff like that to keep my energy up.
All right. Well,
I wouldn't have believed it if I wouldn't have seen it.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Okay, good luck.
Bobby, you make it! You make it, Bobby!
No, you got to swim back now, Kobe. They didn't tell you, did they? Oh, Kobe. Come on, Kobe. Hey, Kobe. Wow. What you say? Oh. Kobe. Don't die, Kobe. Oh, God. Oh, man. Oh, Kobe, so proud of you. Amazing. God. Oh, you thought that 10-mile swim a few years ago was good, Kobe.
Oh man.
Well, so very proud, Kobe.
Oh God. Oh my God.
Oh, Kobe.
Oh, thank God. Oh.
Oh, Kobe.
Oh.
Oh, Kobe. That's so wonderful that you persevere so much.
Oh my God.
Look at that, man.
Oh my God.
Faithful teacher.
That's a wonderful picture.
At the end of the day, I was just glad to be done. However, I did prove to myself to what I was capable of achieving, but that didn't matter to me. What mattered most is that I learned something, and what I learned is that it doesn't matter how well you do. What matters is that you had the will and the drive to give it your very best till the end, despite all the failure and the hardship. Looking back now, I can confidently say that within myself, I had a purpose and a dream that I aspired to. And in the end, I went after that dream, And I made it. Which answers my essential question. Someday, I will return to England, and I will conquer, swimming across the English Channel. Alright, so we're at the end of my presentation. I just want to say a few thank yous. First off, I want to say thanks to Alan, Sal, and Erica. You guys have really helped me out a lot with my project. So, big thank you to you guys. And a very, very big thank you to my mom and dad. Yes, this is my mom and dad. Thank you. That you guys have helped me out so much. You've done so much for me, for my project. If it wasn't for them, I really wouldn't have been able to do my project at all. What they've done for me was just completely above and beyond, and I'm very fortunate to have parents like them. So, thank you guys, I really appreciate it. Thank you to everyone that was watching, all my friends that have supported me along my journey. I would like to name everyone that helped me, but it would just be too long of a list. So, thank you, and thank you to everyone that was watching. So I hope you enjoyed the video and the presentation, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.